We're just out walking and talking this morning, testing out my new Osmo Pocket and the little mic and that. I'm all new to this kind of thing, you know, so even though I feel like I've learned a hell of a lot lately, I still am only just scratching the surface. And it's incredibly tricky, especially to know the ins and outs of all the options and functions that these gimbals can do. Wow, you know, it opens up so many opportunities and possibilities when you go on these walks. I used to walk for, crikey, like 20, 25 miles sometimes, and I'd get back and I'd be so exhausted and, you know, pumped with adrenaline, but I wouldn't really capture much because I'd be so focused on walking that I just always want to keep going, checking me watch for split times and stuff like that. So yeah, for me now it's about walking slower but embracing everything around me, nature and the architecture and the history, you know, finding these little ancient routes and pathways that they were never built for cars really, you know, they're just bridleways and horse and cart. So yeah, that's where I put myself. I slow down now and pay more attention. I'm going to walk out this morning. I've walked towards Westwood and in and back round down into Bradford quite a few times now, so I headed out in the opposite direction towards South Wraxall, Kingsdown and then Brown's Folly, and hopefully I can cut back down the woods through there, get some super nice shots in the woods there, have a little shimmering yoku, have a little bathe, forest bathe, and yeah, just unwind, soak up nature, and, you know, end the route coming back along Worley Lane, should I say, back into Bradford Navan. So when I get home, I'm going to upload these and I'm going to start trying to figure out how to edit them properly and go from there really. You know, I'm out here, I'm trying new things, I'm failing a lot, but from them failures I understand more feedback, I get more feedback from my failures, and then I gain more knowledge, and you know, from that knowledge you can implement new and fresh skills into your arsenal, you know, to really start leveling up and raising your game. So that is where I will be later today. And you've got cars like this coming up and down, you've got some traffic coming behind you too, but it's never that bad really. I love these little B roads because they never get that packed with traffic. And one thing I can't stand these days is tons of traffic. I walk away from all them fucking exhausts and all that concrete jungle, you know, and I head out into the sticks where I can just calm down, shut out the noise, and just be in nature. We all say that we're a part of nature, but we are nature, man, you know? We are nature. See, I had the Sony CV1 before this, and it was far too technical for my needs. And it was also very cumbersome, I found. When I was out walking, I got my little strap bag with me, and it was very compact. I was always worried that something was going to break whilst I was walking along with it, climbing over all sorts of shit, you know, getting under small branches, over large walls, like all sorts. When you're out walking like this, you never know what you're going to kind of come up against, because you just formulate a route kind of, and then I always just go for it, man. I don't like to plan many routes that I'm not excited about, not knowing where I'm going, you know. So I like just to get out and get walking. But these little gimbals, everything's condensed into this tiny little piece of kit. I'm, you know, blown away by how fast technology literally leaps forward all the time. Year on year. It is mad. You think you got the best technology and the best kit, best this, best that. Within 6 months to a year, the next lines come out, the next model, the next product, the next step up, you know, in engineering, and it's incredible, you know. Technology is just moving at such a pace, it's hard to keep up sometimes, but this little gimbal, I think, will be the main camera and the main piece of kit and equipment that I will take wherever I go now. Doesn't matter whether I'm walking, doesn't matter whether I'm working out, doesn't matter. I'm going to shoot some like the food that I make and stuff with it, because it's really cool for that kind of thing. Family moments, and you know, it just goes on and on. So I'm really, really impressed with what I see up to this point, and I cannot wait to just keep flicking the screen. Everyone gets a buzz from that little click on the screen. And I can see where they're coming from now. It is pretty cool. Click the screen, shoot, capture, edit. How fucking cool is that? This is what I'm walking through now, Brown's Folly Nature Reserve, which is pretty cool to have all this on your doorstep. I know a lot of people don't call this their doorstep because it's miles away, but when you're walking, miles doesn't seem that far. I think I've walked about 7 miles. I don't know. It's not many miles really. When you get to these bits here like this, and the woods start to open up, something really enchanting about it, you know? Just breathing in the photosynthesides lowers your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, makes you feel great, heightens your mood, releases serotonin, endorphins. You know, you're breathing in what the trees release, and the trees breathe in what we release. So super powerful, man. Now we make our way down this steep part of the hill, and you really have to watch your footing, because like I said, one wrong move and you are a tumbling. I don't think you are going to stop. But wow, man, look at this. Just opens up. Just look. So enchanted, isn't it? It's like, you can imagine enough fairies, little elves and that live here. What an amazing place for our kids to play. Just wish, you know, we didn't have to drive to this point, and we could walk it, but it's so treacherous getting here. I will show this to my family one day. I mean, look up here. We got, you know, rock formations where this has been carved out of the rock. When they were building this. Man, so awesome. You get pits like this, see, down here. Oof. Not sure if you can make it out quite in the camera, but oh. I'm doing kind of long shots like this so I can get you. Wow, look at the drop down there. That's probably 50, 60 feet on its own. Look, all the leaves falling. Oh gosh, it's so beautiful. Look, there's even more tingly tangly trees. Look at that, man. Hundreds of years old. God, I need to slip myself then. Hundreds of years old. Look. Wow, wait. Squirrels. Hey, hey. They're making the most of it. Ah, you can probably hear the traffic now. Ah, back to scummy civilization. It's okay, I'll click off the camera in a minute. I've got to cross that Bath road. Funnily enough, there's a tunnel that goes underneath the road that they must have built, gosh, God knows, 100 years ago or something. So old. But that means I can get back on track. And start walking along Worley Lane, which will be... Whoa. I love this little thing. It's so brilliant. All the trees have opened up. Let a lot more light in. Look at these. Not sure if you can make them out, but huge cliff faces. I'm quite amateurish with this camera at the moment. But that's why I'm out here trying to get used to it. Trying to capture. Wow, I've got acorns and shit falling all around my head at the moment. Wow, that's so cool. You can hear the traffic thundering over above. Bridge is super fucking cool. What a mad little lane. You would never know this even exists. Driving into Bath on that nasty road, stone's throw over the walls and into the woods either side. And you got yourself a beautiful little walk through the woods. This is why I love walking. Hey, yo.